What's up, you guys? So we're gonna be talking about this UJ trade, and I'm just gonna break it down for you guys and what I seen and how I looked at it and how I executed on it and how I managed it. So let's get to it. So as you can tell in the daily, we're in this uptrend, right? Bullish uptrend, because we're making highs, higher lows, highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We broke this previous higher low, but then we started making bullish structure again, right? Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And I was waiting for a higher low somewhere to take a buy at, right? So after looking at market structure, because that's the first thing you should look at, just have your charts empty and plain, and just look at market structure, see where prices headed, and see how prices moving and flowing. And then once you got that, then you can start adding your lows, right? So let's add in the levels. Take those off. Now let's look at it. So this is on the daily chart. So each of these candles is 24 hours open to close, right? So let me just break down. So as you can tell, I have two trend lines on my chart, right? This one and this one. So this trend line, I was connecting this point and this point. So as you can tell, one touch, two touch, and I was waiting for a third touch. And if you don't know already, third touch is the low magic touch, right? So anyways, I was waiting for the third touch, and you can tell that I didn't have a yellow circle over this, over this, over this, or over here, right? Because it didn't touch the trend line, and I like my levels to be accurate, right? So if it's not touching it, I'm not going to mark it. So as you can tell, touched it, then it touched, then it touched. So that don't count as one touch, two touch, whatever. Second touch, so it touched it, right? So now I was waiting for this price to come down here, bounce, bounce, touch it, and then, do its thing. So once price came up here, I was waiting for the higher low, like I said, because we're in a bullish structure right now, as you can tell. Because we're making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And now we're going to come back for the higher low. So that's all I'm waiting for. So I was like I said, my confluences were first touch, second touch, and I was waiting for a third. So a trend line. This trend line, which I was using it as support, because right, old resistance turns new support. So we broke out of this downtrend. We didn't hit it, fall, hit it, fall, hit it, fall, whatever. We broke out. So now showing buyers in the market, because we didn't just hit it and fall, which sellers would be in the market if we did that. Buyers in the market. So now I'm waiting for it to hit again. Well, waiting for it to hit this trend line and then come up, hit this trend line, or just do whatever it does, right? So now that I explained the trend lines, I'm going to explain my levels. So basically, these are just support and resistance levels. If you don't know what it is, go watch back my other videos. Just Google support and resistance for Forex. You'll figure it out quick. But basically, I just had this level here, the psychological level of 108, 500, and this level of 109, 200. But anyways, prices broke above, hit a support once, twice, fell through, came back up, support again, and then support. So this is a good low level right here. And I had this level drawn because you can tell resistance, price broke above, came down, support, broke under, resistance, even though it broke through, resistance. So this is a good key level too. So I was just waiting for price to come back and hit that support, because old resistance, fell, couldn't break through, fell, couldn't break through, did this thing, fell, couldn't break through, false breakout, came back down, and so I was waiting for the old resistance to turn to support. So let's take all that mess off the chart. So that's just what my levels look like. Just support, or just key levels. They're not really support, just key levels in the chart, right? So anyways, now that we have that, let's take a look at something else that I added on for confluence, which was this fib. So as you can tell, we have market structure: low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then now we're waiting for higher low. So now we gotta add the fib. which I use for extra confluence. So this is a swing high. We're going to mark it from the swing low. So recent swing high to swing low. So now we're going to see the retracement because price did this impulsive move. Now we want to see where to get in at to keep further retracement and then go. Because you know the market don't just move like this, right? Don't just keep going up. It moves in waves. Waves. In market structure also, right? High, high, low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low. So you just want to, whenever you hear buy at the dip or buy at the low, right? This is what they're talking about. So you wouldn't want to buy right here and then just have the market push you back down. You want to know which phase the market's in before you get in a trade, obviously. Or you're just trading blindly. But anyways, so I had this fib, right? So from the swing high to the swing low. And now I'm just waiting for the retracement. So as we can tell, I have this 38.2 retracement level right here, right? And as you can tell, it lines up with our third touch where this trend line is. So it's lining up in this area where prices come back down to. It's also lining up in this counter trend line that I was talking about. So it's in this area too. And it's lining up on our key level, right? So this area too, as well as these MAs. So I use moving averages as more confluence, and they're just basically supporting resistance. That's how I use them. But anyways, that's lining up in this area too. So as we can tell, this is a little confluent area, right? So if price comes down to here, we're going to see some reaction. And that's exactly what happens. So let's take it back. Let's take those indicators off because we like our charts clean and nice, right? So let's see what happens when price gets down there. Let's drop down to the floor. Since I told you what I'm looking at, what confluences and everything. So let's just go down to the floor. So like I said, this is our little area we're looking at, right? For price to react and do whatever I got to do it, right? So let's go forward and let's see what happens. So as you can tell, price game hit this 38.2 in this key level and bounced up, right? So I'm pretty sure some buyers probably got in here and then it came back and it started pushing up a little bit, but then price came back down and did this, right? And like I said, I was waiting for what? One touch, two touch, and like I said, I like my levels to be accurate, right? So I wouldn't count this as a third touch because it didn't hit it, right? But now, like I said, the magic third touch, what happened? Third touch right here, and right when it hit it, look at this candle. 41 pips already in profit. And it was crazy. Right when I got this trade, it went straight into profit. I was like, damn, this is a good level. I got in here good. Because look, it didn't hit my psychological level, but this is just a good, wait, no. 109, 200, so it hit 109, so it was basically a little off, but it hit the third trend line, and we got a fat rejection from it, fat reaction from it. So that was just a good entry that I got in. And now let's just see what price did. So this is also the levels that I had. So let me go to the 6 hour. So now before I get in the trade, not now, but before I get in a trade, I just mark off the levels that I want to take parcels at, because as you can tell, or as you know if you watch my other videos, I don't just have a final target and price just come hit it. Sometimes I do, but most times I take partials because you could just have price come way up here and your final target would be right here, and then price just do all this and just stop you out, and you lose all that profit that you would have made if you would have took partials here. So let's say it comes up here, you take 0.5% out, so half percent out, and then it comes up here and then you take the whole thing out. So just in case price were to come up here and fall and take me out break even or stop me out, I would still have some parcels in, right? Or if, well, I'm not gonna explain that, but anyways, so price is right here. This is my first take profit. So if price came here, I'll take some parcels off and then move my stop loss to break, and then move my stop loss to break even. So if price were to come up here, I would take partials, and if price were to come down here and hit this, I wouldn't lose any money, right? It would just take me out break even, so it would be no money lost. So that's why I would go break even. So let's see what price does. Price came back down, hit the trend line again, and then bounced up. So at this point right now, I took partials and I'm break even on this trade. So I can't lose no money. It's a risk-free trade. So now I'm just in the trade and I'm going to see what it does. So it could either just come up here, hit my take profit, hit me a break even, or does it a main two, right? It could do anything, but that's what it'll finally do. So I'm break even on this trade. There's no more risk on the table. I took profit, so I'm more relaxed in this trade, right? I'm not nervous. I'm not letting my emotions get to me. I'm just chilling, right? So let's keep going. Came back down for retracement, and just like that, that must smack take profit to final TP 100 or 110,700, and it was also because of the FOMC meeting or news that came out. Because as you can tell, the Dixie, the dollar, because the dollar went up a lot. Look at gold; these are uncorrelated, so the Dixie goes up, obviously gold's going to go down. But anyways, look at the moves that happened. UJ, the one I was in, so got that little extra boost. So anyways, price hit my final take profit, which was, it was this retracement zone, but this was a better key level because it was right next to the 107 or 1.272. So I just made this my final zone, even though, as you can tell, it did tap that level. So if I would have had my TP right there, would have hit it. And actually, I definitely closed the full trade when it was right around here, because I didn't want it to be just this close to my take profit and just come back down. So I did close it like right here. But anyways, this is what the trade looked like when I got into it. And this is a screenshot off my phone. I didn't have my computer, so I know you can't really see it. But this is the picture on the daily. So I got in. No, you can't see that, but then this is on the 4 hour. So, like I said, I also had this trend line in here. False breakout, came back down. So resistance, 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 and I was waiting for price to break that, and then finally hit that and then broke it. So yeah, got into it. But anyways, that's just what the trade looked like, and this is one of the, what can I say? I'll say a good trade that I actually managed good, and that I looked at everything and just, I don't know, analyzed the market good, and it was just a good trade and a good feeling when it finally hit my finally hit my take profit. So this trade was just a good trade for me, and I hope I broke it down for you guys good. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Appreciate it.